It's the end of a week again. Where are you going tonight? Pia Bonalos knows a place that you and your friends can head on to later. Hey, Pia, what's up?
Hi, Pat. How do you plan to unwind tonight? Well, as for me, here at the Perfect Pints, I plan on tasting all their different beers that are made by local brewers and pair it with the food that is made specially for it. With me is Noel Temponco to tell us more about it. Hi, good morning, Noel.
Hi, morning, Pia.
First of all, of course, there are a lot of gastropubs already all over the metro, but you guys decided to go with local brewers. What's the reason behind that?
Well, of course, we wanted to be unique, and our unique proposition is to be able to support the local craft brewers. There are a handful of them, by encouraging customers to try them out here in our gastropub. But what strengthens the proposition is our local craft beer. The various types that you see on the table are perfectly matched by food, which was created by Chef Jean Gonzalez.
And you could see you really have a nice selection of food here. But if I could just ask more about the beers, because, you know, when you say beer, people usually think of European beers. How does the local beer fare if you compare it with the international ones?
Well, I think they will stack up well against the foreign beers. But of course, as they say, the proof of the pudding is in the eating or in the tasting.
Yes.
But as you see here, this is a lineup of exquisitely crafted beer. What makes it really special is that they use pure ingredients, and they put a little of local flavor in their design. So it's like an art. It's like an art. So what you see here are 5 types of beer, which comes from 5 brewers.
Okay.
So I think they're very comparable, or if not competitive in terms of taste. And we encourage everybody to try them out and also support our local craft brewers.
Yeah, because I believe, or I think it's a pretty new industry here locally. Is that right?
Yes, we're in the cusp of a blossoming revolution in the industry. We're excited about it. I think more and more brewers will come into the market in the next 5 or 10 years, and it's just good for the customers.
And it's just about time, because I know that a lot of Filipinos are big beer drinkers, so you might as well support your own. And here you paired them with a perfect food companion. So can you tell me first about what we have there and the beer it's with?
Well, here we have mussels in beer, and we have the G-Point Wild Dried IPA here. Which complements the flavors of the mussel, because the Wild Dried IPA is nice and malty, and it will complement the strong flavors of the mussels.
So judging from the look of the beer, it's lighter, I guess, than the usual, or is it like the regular kind of beer? Because, you know, girls would usually stick to like light beer.
This is a bit deceiving, because the Wild Dried IPA is really one of the stronger ones relative to the others. But if you go for more flavor and more more character in terms of beer, this is one of the favorites.
And then you pair it with the mussels. I could imagine how that would taste like, and it's perfect for Friday nights. And of course, a lot of people would never say no to bacon, and you have a huge serving of that right there.
Yes, this is what we call the heap of bacon, one of the more popular dishes here so far. Here we have, it's perfectly paired with our Katipunan Weizenberg. This is the newest brew of the Katipunan group of they're a group of young brewers from Ateneo.
Oh, cool! My schoolmates.
That's why it's called Katipunan.
All right.
So here we have a banana and clove flavor note beer, which cuts the saltiness of the bacon. So the way Chef Jean designed it is for it to complement each other.
So that's the more friendly to the ladies who don't really drink a lot of darker or pale beer. They could go for that one. And what kind of girl would say no to bacon? But what's interesting to me also is the sauce. Because bacon, I would think of putting a lot of ketchup and hot sauce in it. But there's a special sauce that is concocted for it.
Yes, this is the special sauce concocted by Chef Jean Gonzalez to be able to, again, cut through the saltiness and the fattiness of the bacon, so that when they meet in your palate, it's really well balanced.
Ah, yum. Something really to look forward to because it's, kind of too early for me to dig in right away. And this, I understand, is one of your favorites.
Yes, this is the crispy ribs.
Oh.
And this is paired with our very own homebrew, which is called Working Man Blues.
Okay.
So this is really for the working man. This is a pale ale, and it complements the beefy taste of the crispy ribs. Again, we have a special sauce that Chef Jean concocted to be able to balance the taste of the beef.
And you say this is a working man
Blues.
Blues.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what? If you're really tired of working the whole day, of leading your company, and you'd be like, okay, I need to unwind, and this is what I have to go for.
Yes.
What sorts of flavor do I expect from that?
Well, this is a well-balanced beer, which is, of course, being pale ale, you can detect the hops in this particular creation. But you're right, this was really inspired by all the hard-working employees out there, or even the businessmen who would like to reward themselves after a hard day's work. So, working man blues.
And of course, they would enjoy themselves like a nice pale beer, and that's exactly what it looks like to me. And of course, this one I love already. This is what you call?
This is the stinky cheese pizza.
There you go. I love myself some stinky cheese. What kinds of cheeses are there?
Well, there are 5 types of cheeses here. We have taleggio, gruyere, cheddar, mozzarella, and blue cheese.
Yum. All the cheeses that you mentioned, well, some of them I can't even recognize. But when you say cheese, this is how you enjoy pizza anyways. I'll just go right and pour it. Exactly how I imagine it would taste like. All the cheeses there are really, really good. And of course, it's paired with this beer. What is this beer?
Well, this is the Craft Point Summer Session. If you taste it, you will detect a creamy and custard note, which actually balances well because the 5-piece pizza has strong flavors. And to contrast, to strike a strong contrast, we balance it with the creamy custard note of the summer sessions made by the Craft Point Brewers.
Nice. So it's also perfect since, there's still a few days left for the summer. So, that's something that you could also have right now. And then this one right here, I would look at it and recognize it as crispy pata. But what is it really?
Well, this is our take on the Filipino favorite, sisig. But
okay.
of course, here at the Perfect Pint, our vision is to be able to provide a much higher experience. So we ask ourselves, what else is there? How can we make our own spin with the sisig? So, of course, with the help of Chef Jean, they were able to create this dish, which is called kapal moks, because it's really made from pork face.
Okay.
But it's really specially made because it goes through 5 processes.
Wow.
So we brine it, we oven braise it, we fry it, we freeze it, and we fry it again. So
Yum.
it is meticulously made to make the enjoyment. I can hear the crunch.
I'm making you all hear that crunch.
That's really the intention, to be able to create the experience for the consumer. So it's so far doing well, also one of the favorites.
And I know why exactly it's doing well. Did you just hear that really, really nice crunch that it just made here in my mouth? And all that fat just really melted. And I could just imagine how it would taste with this beer right here. Because this is, I believe, the one with the banana note.
Yes, this is the Pivo Weizen, or a wheat beer.
Oh, this is different from that one. Okay.
Yes. So again, it has a banana note also. It's one of the favorite. Actually, it's one of the best sellers in the place because it's really the beer to go to when you want to graduate from the usual beer. So this is very acceptable to the customers. And this is a pairing that is perfect.
I think this pairing would see like a lot of nights with me soon enough. I hope I won't gain too much weight in the process, but that looks good. And of course, you also have dessert to top it all off, and with a nice selection right here.
This is our freshly baked caramel brownie s'mores with rum raisin ice cream on top, which we would like to pair with the Pivo Dark Lager because, of course, the note of the dark lager is basically molasses, it's chocolatey, You can detect brown sugary taste in it, which complements the brownies. Actually, if you try it, again, it will meet in your palate and really balance off well with each other. So it's, again, this is the concept of the place, local craft beer and food pairing from appetizer down to the dessert.
And you know that you have a nice, good selection for your night out. Thank you so much, Noel.
Yes, thank you, Pia.
There you have it. For those of you who are still making plans this Friday night, well, you know where to go. All this delicious food paired with nice craft beers made by local brewers only here at The Perfect Pint. Back to you, Pat.
Thanks, Pia.